Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering KITU and MIQE Ransomware joined the Stop Djvu Ransomware family. Your iCloud is being hacked is an error message associated with Adware, browser hijackers, and potentially unwanted programs. KITU Ransomware has been detected as yet another variant of the Stop Djvu Ransomware family. Like other associated strains of the prominent malware threat, this ransomware locks files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Infections like KITU ransomware can be distributed via software bundles. So if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps from torrent or cracked software sites, you may end up installing such threats. KITU ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, KITU ransomware adds the .kitu extension to the affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder containing encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, KITU ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up target files. Quite often, information stealers like Corbot and Redline are deployed alongside ransomware. This allows hackers to access sensitive user information before even encrypting the files. Therefore, it's possible for KITU ransomware to use similar tools as well. After the file encryption, the ransomware demands a ransom in order for victims to obtain a decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge for $190 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers can be contacted at support@freshmail.top and data restore help@airmail.cc. However, we discourage establishing contact with them, as there's no guarantee that the hackers will provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate with you. It is important to note that KITU ransomware does not just encrypt data. Infections from the Stop Djvu ransomware family may also attempt to delete all shadow copies of the affected files stored on your computer. This can make the document and data recovery process extremely difficult, if not impossible. It's highly recommended that you do not attempt to pay a ransom for the decryption key, as this will not guarantee restored access to encrypted files. The best method of action is focusing on how to restore your data and protect your system from similar threats. How do I deal with the KITU ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the KITU ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection, as well as other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. The Stop Djvu ransomware family has added another dangerous strain to the group with MIQE Ransomware. Like other associated variants of the prominent malware threat, the ransomware locks files and then demands a ransom fee to restore access. Infections like MIQE Ransomware can be distributed via software bundles. So if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps distributed via torrent or cracked software sites, you can end up installing such threats. MIQE Ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, MIQE Ransomware adds the .mique extension to the affected files, leaving a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder containing encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, MIQE Ransomware will employ the AES encryption algorithm to lock up your files. Oftentimes, information stealers like Zeus and Corebot are deployed alongside ransomware, and this allows hackers to access sensitive user information before encrypting the files. Thus, it is possible that MIQE ransomware comes with these information stealers too. When the file encryption is complete, the ransomware demands a ransom in order for victims to obtain a decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers are supposed to be contacted at support@freshmail.top and data restore help@airmail.cc. We do discourage establishing contact with the hackers, however, as there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after you pay or even communicate with you. It's important to note that MIQE ransomware does not just encrypt data, it also attempts to delete all shadow copies of the affected files stored on your computer. This makes recovery of documents and data extremely difficult, if not impossible. It's highly recommended that you never attempt to pay a ransom for the decryption key, as this will not guarantee access back to the files. The best course of action is focusing on methods that can help you restore your data and protect your system from similar threats. How do I deal with the MIQE ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the MIQE ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. Your iCloud is being hacked is an error message associated with potentially unwanted programs that exhibit both adware and browser hijacker capabilities while targeting Mac computers. Why are adware and browser hijackers, like the ones associated with the "Your iCloud is being hacked" error message, potentially harmful? What security risks do they pose to Mac computers, and how do they spread? And how can you remove them from your computer? The dangers associated with adware, browser hijackers, and potentially unwanted programs. Intrusive advertisements. Adware may bombard users with intrusive and unwanted advertisements, making it increasingly frustrated to browse the internet and thus disrupting the user experience. Privacy concerns. Adware often tracks users' online activities and collects personally non-identifiable information such as browsing habits and other data, which can then be sold to third-party advertisers. Browser hijacking. Browser hijackers modify browser settings by replacing the default search engine or homepage with unreliable alternatives. This leads to unwanted redirects, exposing users to potentially harmful websites. Redirects to fake warnings. The "Your iCloud is being hacked" error message associated with these unwanted programs is a scare tactic used to deceive users into taking actions that may compromise their security, like clicking on malicious links or downloading fake security software. Increased vulnerability. Adware and browser hijackers may inadvertently expose users to harmful and unreliable content. How do adware, browser hijackers, and pups spread? Bundled with freeware. Adware, browser hijackers, and potentially unwanted programs or pups often come bundled with free software downloaded from the internet. Users may unknowingly install these unwanted programs while installing other applications. Unreliable websites. Visiting unreliable websites that host harmful content or clicking on suspicious links can trigger drive-by downloads. Fake software updates. Users may encounter fake pop-up notifications claiming that their software, like a Flash player, needs an update. Clicking on such prompts can lead to the installation of unwanted programs. How do I remove adware, browser hijackers, and pups? Uninstall suspicious applications. Go to the Applications folder and look for any unfamiliar or suspicious applications. Drag and drop them into the trash bin to uninstall. Check browser extensions. Open each web browser, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, etc., and check for suspicious extensions. Remove any unfamiliar or unwanted extensions from the browser settings. Reset browsers. If the browser settings have been modified, reset the affected browsers to their default settings. This action will remove unwanted search engines, homepage settings, and extensions. It will also delete your personal customizations, so save them before initiating the reset. Use anti-malware software. Install reputable anti-malware software. Run a full system scan to detect and remove any remaining adware or browser hijackers. Update software. Keep your operating system, web browsers, and security software up to date to ensure you have the latest protection against known vulnerabilities. Practice safe browsing. Be cautious when downloading software from the internet. Only download from trusted sources and avoid clicking on suspicious links or pop-up ads. To protect your computer from adware, browser hijackers, and pups associated with the "your iCloud is being hacked" error, practice safe web browsing habits. Use reputable anti-malware software and promptly remove any suspicious applications or extensions from your system. By staying vigilant and taking proactive measures, you can safeguard your Mac from these unwanted and potentially harmful programs. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.